For the next 30 minutes, we're going to explore the idea of using gaming to create learning experiences, but in a very specific way.
I have to tell you, this is not a game.
I don't think it's a game for the schoolyard.
Thank you for a very enjoyable game.
Shall we play a game?
Oh.
Because of the exponential rate in which our technology evolves, both in terms of sophistication and just raw computational power, and also in their size and tight packaging and portability,
some people know how incredibly affordable we've made car phones.
Gaming is making a huge disruptive impact in instructional technology. It wasn't long ago that if we were using technology in gaming in a classroom, it was most likely taking the form of a PowerPoint-driven Jeopardy game.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Or student response systems with the competition mode enabled. And even though we're seeing this huge evolution in technology and gaming, there's still an overabundance of what we would call digitized worksheets. If you take the rote clerical process of worksheets and just do what a lot of educational game developers do and turn it into a game, it's the same vapid, banal, lower order thinking experience of a worksheet.
Bueller.
Now just made into a game with a little bit more eye candy. That's not the kind of gaming technology we're talking about here. For the remainder of the time we're together, we're actually going to be looking at a very specific game known as Minecraft.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, Minecraft.
I'm out.
Now I can imagine, even as I'm recording this, the aggravation level for some folks. Of all the things I could be doing with my time right now, you're really going to have me dink around with some game called Minecraft.
Collect your torches and go!
We just ask that you suspend disbelief for the next few minutes and consider the possibilities that this environment has to offer. We have a team consisting of staff and students at the high school that are creating learning environments in Minecraft that are Common Core standards-based, Ohio Revised standards-based, and we're creating these elaborate learning experiences for younger learners in our elementary schools.
What?
Minecraft has a complete open sandbox design. It can be modified to handle any kind of learning scenario we throw at it. It is naturally constructivist, it's naturally cross-curricular, it's naturally challenge-based, it has the engagement of kids, and it also has a way for us to envision some new elements for assessment within that environment.
The mini-map mod of Minecraft adds a sense of direction to the game as it allows students to travel using a coordinate system, kind of like a GPS. This allows the student to travel to specific coordinates in specific directions, which is done by moving in various directions to see how the coordinates change. Students can figure out which way they need to go to reach destination coordinates by realizing that if they move left, for example, their x value will subtract, or if they move right, their x value will gain.
The learner in Minecraft can interact with other learners, which makes Minecraft pretty valuable just in itself. That's collaboration. But the learner can also collaborate or work with something that we call artificial intelligence. And what I mean by that is we, as the creators, can create these people or creatures or animals that actually have pre-scripted movements or dialogue that interact with the learner. Imagine then you're going into an environment as a learner and you bump into a villager who, let's say, is going to give you some valuable information on what to do next. You know, like you're wondering, oh, where do I go from here, or how do I figure this out? And that villager can interact with that learner in a way that maybe not give them the answer, but give them the clues to go find the answers themselves. And this would allow us as the creators to give the learner all they need in an environment, and they can be engaged with that learning.
So in Minecraft, we have this object known as a book and quill. And a book and quill is quite fascinating because it allows students to actually engage in the writing process inside Minecraft. So what you can do with a book and quill is a student would typically roll up to a chest, open up a chest, and then inside it find a book and quill and bring that book and quill into their inventory. And when they use a book and quill, it's basically like a journal inside the Minecraft environment. It's engaged writing about whatever the learning scenario has to offer or challenge them with. They can write narratively, persuasively, they can record technical information and data, findings in their investigations, all kinds of things can be recorded into these journals. The journals themselves can be multiple pages in length. Once a student's written in their journal to the extent that they wish, to the extent that they think is appropriate, they can then give the journal a title. And by doing so, they're signing their journal. And once they do that, the journal is locked. It's no longer editable. And what they can do is usually they take that book and quill into another chest and dump it into that chest. And the teacher can later on come back in, open up the chest, and collect all the writing samples from their students that they performed inside Minecraft with a book and quill.
These information blocks can be placed anywhere in the realm of Minecraft, which can be activated with the right click from a student. Multiple students can use one at once, thus allowing them to read the text inside. The information block can convey a large amount of text through its multiple page feature, as well as using different types of literature to form different stories. Having story in Minecraft allows the students to be engaged in an active and changing world, as well as increasing their literary comprehension skills.
So one of the things we can do with Minecraft is we can target very specific learning standards. For instance, we have some third grade math standards that deal with proportions and ratios. And so one of the learning scenarios we set up was we have rock fields that students have to basically do an analysis of to figure out which of these two fields is worth mining. And once they discover that using basic multiplication and some analysis of ratios and proportions, they blow up the appropriate field for mining purposes. And so there's also sort of the drama of blowing up a field. And once they blow up the field, it reveals a hidden passage that then takes them to the next part of their quest. And so there's this whole idea of backstory, there's this whole idea of drama unfolding inside of a virtual realm, but it can all be linked to very specific standards in very specific ways.
Okay, so you've had some time to hear what we had to say about Minecraft. You've learned a few aspects about it. You've heard from a few of us talking about some of the wonderful things that it can offer learners. It's time for you to give it a shot. Get in there, get on that computer, get into Minecraft, and go through the tutorial. And keep your mind open to the ideas and the possibilities of what you could possibly use it for in your learning environment.